Still standing. UPK. We never left the building. Commanding General Yahanna. You know. Whoa. Check it out. Woe into America. Seize everything and bring these crackers to their knees. I need everything and I do mean everything. I know they don't like us. Go ahead and try us. Don't make me call upon the Lord and put this earth on fire. I'm only getting better and I'm only getting higher. And you are getting weaker. That's why you cannot beat us. I know you do not like us. We don't like you neither. You went against the grain. You should be ashamed. You went against a king. Let's just call it treason. Can't wait for killing season. All that shit that you be preaching. Let me see if you believe it. They say they can't be touched. Well, I'm about to put my hands on them. No more missing nice guy. I gave that spirit up. Lord, give me strength so I can tear this city up. Babylon is falling, but it's just not fast enough. Angels with a nigga, so you niggas cannot touch. Ooh, this shit not adding up. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them gas you up. Yeah. Said I pray they understand. I said I pray they understand. This shit not adding up. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them gas you up. Said I pray they understand. Hey, I said I pray they understand.
They want me to bite my tongue, they don't like criticism. Can't say oppressors the devil, YouTube restricted niggas. But they can post bitches twerking, police killing niggas. You can rap about catching bodies, the millions listen. Bitches rap about they box, and children listen. You say you black and gay, to them you still a nigga. You chasing Susie and Becky, they Emmett Tillin niggas. You got the ones that compromise, and you got field niggas. It's a real difference, it make me feel different. When I kick on my boots, tie up a meat tree, I know what we teaching at camp, nobody teaching. These devils telling lies without blinking. They ain't got the integrity, try to reach them. They say they conscious and they woke, but they sleepy. I ain't sparing nobody, I'm going in. It's a rap when I hop up on that podium.
This shit not adding up, fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them gas you up. Yeah. Said I pray they understand. I said I pray they understand. This shit not adding up. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them gas you up. Said I pray they understand. Hey, I said I pray they understand.
Trenches, bad bitches, natural hair or extensions, hood niggas that'll probably grip like Tory. But I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tech, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that black work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. They can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
Was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
our blood slim, it won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms, watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5, I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my households. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber put payback?
Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Brakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema and Lathan Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started off on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commanding General Yahanna. And what we teach is that the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible. Big ups to everybody that's in the class. The water for joining me, holding it down with the brother. Shalom, Yabashin, Yashapakatah. What's going on, Triple Quan? Young man Juan, what's going on? Everybody to walk. Shalaki. Everybody to walk. Y'all straight? If you speak, your phone is your mic is on mute. Yeah, big ups to everybody that's joining the class. What's going on, sister? What's going on? Ra Ma. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alathan, Bashem Yahushua. Who else? This is Yashabai. Salaki. I know I'm slaughtering that name. Salaki, my bad. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alathan, Bashem Yahushua. What's going on, sis? Yeah, this is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, ISUPK Temple. You know how we do every Sunday. We hold it down, teaching our peoples who they are according to the Bible. You know what I mean? It's very important that we know that because the Christian churches is teaching that, you know what I mean? Well, actually, it's Salaki. They're not teaching what they're supposed to be teaching. They actually keeping us asleep by doing what? By teaching us things that's not according to the Bible. That's why you should get up out these Christian churches, because they're not teaching you anything, right? And that's why we always get into this Bible. We always in these classes. We always on the street corners, debunking all these lies that your Christian pastor have been teaching you for all your life. And I know ever since you was young, you know what I mean? Your grandmother, your mother had you in church every goddamn day, damn near. Like it was a whole week section. And out of that whole week, right, you're not learning anything. The only thing they're doing is just pretty much just singing and listening to the pastor preach a sermon. Like I always say, like you cannot even ask your reverend or preacher any questions, because the time you ask him a question that is like going against what he's preaching, or it sound like it's challenging his intelligence, supposedly, you know what I mean, he will get mad at you and he will end up kicking you out of that church, right? And what I don't understand, right? If you know that your Christian pastor is not teaching you anything, and that's the only thing he's doing, it's just y'all just singing, he just saying what he's saying because you already know he's a smooth talker anyways. So he's gonna talk to you about the mom, about your check. He's gonna talk to you about your little 10% that you make, right? But y'all in the church, and you know that he's not teaching you anything. So my question is, why are you in the church? Because there's a lot of Christian pastors that's actually secret lovers of some of these wives that belongs to other men, right? Because you already know they don't go by no law, statutes, and commandments. They say that the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. So if they don't go by the laws, which is in the law and the commandments, it give them a free pass to sin. It give them a free pass to say, okay, yeah, I can go and humble your wife. Feel what I'm saying? I can go and molest your children. I can go and rob your grandmother. I mean, it give them a free pass to do that, and they teach you what? Nothing. Like, so it's like, what is the whole point of even being in there? There is no point. But when you come into ISUPK, we're going to teach you exactly what you need to know. We're going to teach you things that your Christian pastor don't even teach you. We're going to tell you things and show you things inside of this Bible that they would never dare to pull up out that Bible. Because the time they do that, everybody in the congregation is going to leave that church. He's not going to have any more members. And he got to have members. In order to have more members, you have to be able to be a smooth talker. And that's where you get your tithe money. It's like these Christian pastors is real deal hustlers. Now, you know how we do when we on the street corner, what we used to do, Salaki. Now, I mean, we the smooth talkers. We try to get you to buy anything, right? And that's your Christian pastor. He's gonna talk you up in that church, and he's gonna talk that money about your pocket. Even when you don't have the money, he's gonna get that money about you. That's kind of crazy, right? But yeah, that's what we do. We debunk all the lies that your Christian pastor teaches you. Like the scripture says, ye should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Free from what? Free from all these lies that your Christian pastor would teach you, like, you know what I mean, all the laws are done away with. Christ died for everybody, which we know obviously that is a lie, because it's in the book. I mean, our history book that's made for us. He's teaching you that Christ died for everyone, that the Lord loves everyone, and salvation is for everyone. And it don't say that. They'll take one word. So instead of dissecting that word to try to get the context of what it means, they will take it and they will run with it. And they'll tell you, this is what it means, literally. Not knowing that is, you have to read that in context. You have to understand that. So your Christian pastor is a hustler, and he is selling you the worst drug in the world, and that's Christianity. Everybody is smoking on Christianity, and it's very, very addictive. But in here, this is your rehab. We're going to get you about that drug that's called Christianity, that has you addicted, strung out, doing things that's against the Most High. We're not going to sell that to you. We're going to sell you the truth. We're going to give you the truth. Right? So today's topic is reincarnation. It's a lot. Y'all don't mean to be long-winded, but yeah, today's topic is reincarnation. Before I get into it, again, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alathah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. Hey, the water for everybody being here. You know what I mean? The water. You know what I mean? Triple Quam, y'all man Warren, Salaki. I'm supposed to have more troopers in here, but you know, hopefully we'll get them brothers in here and another young man. Young man Warren, you able to read? You on up? If you're speaking, your phone is on mute. All right. So today's topic is reincarnation. Let me ask y'all a question. Even y'all can type it in the group chat, right? Before you heard about reincarnation, before you heard any of this, or it was even broken down to you what reincarnation is and the truth about it, what did you hear about what happens when you die? You could put it in the chat. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Triple Quam, same question goes to you. You too, young man Warren. What did you hear about before you learned this? What did you hear about what happens when you die? Hello? I'm in here by myself.
Slack is there.
You want to answer the question?
Can't sir. You go to heaven.
That's what you heard before?
Can't sir.
Anybody else? Anybody in the group chat? It's Lockie. All right, no sweat. So for time's sake, yeah, I heard the same thing, right? Even when I was young. I also heard that when you die, you go to heaven. Or matter of fact, I heard when you're good, when you be good and you love everybody, you go to heaven. But if you're bad, even if you're a bad child, you go to hell. You know what I mean? You go to this place where it's just fire burning forever, and you just burn and burn and burn. You never die, and you just continue to burn. Right. I also heard of that too. I mean, I actually thought that it was like a way that you can go up to heaven and sit with God out of all the trouble that you done been through. And once you're good, you go up there with God, and you don't have to worry about anything else. And that's just it. Right. You can put your mic on mute. Yeah, I also heard like when you're bad, you go to hell. Like I said, you know what I mean, you just burn forever. And it's this devil with horns, with a pitchfork, with a long ponytail, and they sold us that in the church. They actually did, and this is, like I said, your Christian pastor teaches you this, and he scared the living hell out of you just to make you come to church and tell you, even if you don't pay tithes, that's going to happen to you. You're going to burn in hell. You know what I mean? The Lord is going to send you with the devil just to scare you, just to scare the money up out your pockets. You know what I mean? I also used to think like, okay, when you die, that's just it. I used to have like visions about that too. Like when I die and the Lord say, you know what, I'm done with you completely. And he just poof. And you just see all black. No thinking, no remembering, no seeing, no speaking. It's just you gone. You out of there. That right there, that crap right there used to scare the living hell out of me. You know what I mean? And that made me want to come to God more. You know what I mean? Even though we're supposed to have the fear of the Lord, but I don't think the Lord wants you to have that type of fear that, you know what I mean? Like he's going to scare you away from him. You know what I mean? That he wants you to have that type of fear that, you know what I mean? Without me, you can't do anything. You know what I mean? That you need me. I mean, I am your protection. I'm your salvation. I am the way out of everything. You know what I mean? And without him, that's the fear that you want. Like, listen, I don't want to continue to go through these things, this type of stuff that I go through, that I used to go through in my life. You know what I mean? So not having him by my side is the most scariest thing in the world. And I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, brothers and sisters feel the same exact way. This is something that you don't want in your life. And you can actually feel that when you know the Lord is no longer with you. That's the most scariest feeling in the world. That's the fear that the Lord wants you to have. You know what I mean? You need the Most High. Right? But the truth of the matter is that hell is a condition, right? The kingdom of heaven is rulership. Hell is just a condition that you're in. Like what we're going through right now is hell, right? Every day we got to wake up and we got to go to the slave. We have to go slave every day just to make what? Enough just to get us to the next week. This is hell. Living in America is hell. It's not nowhere where you go and burn for the rest of your life. This right here in America, this is your hell. This is prison. Going through inside of America, your oppressor got their knee on your neck. You know what I mean? They unaliving you day in and day out for fun. Not and then what's so crazy about it? Now that Trump is back president, he gave the police their power back just to continue to do what they've been doing. He gave them their power back. So now it's going to be even more unaliving. When we thought that we did a good thing by voting for Trump, we just made it worse. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why ISUPK, we don't vote. You know what I mean? We're not voting to have another slave master over us. Y'all not getting tired of that? Like, look at all the other slave masters that we voted for, and what difference did they make? It's the same thing. The black community is still at the bottom. When we're going to be at the top? We sitting up here going crazy, fighting each other, hating each other because we're not voting for these damn presidents, and we're still at the bottom. When we're gonna wake up and realize that we are harming ourselves, we are hurting ourselves by voting for these slave masters to be over us? When we're gonna wake up and realize that? You know what I mean? This is our hell. You know what I mean? We're number one in AIDS. We're number one in the prison systems. We're number one in the most abortions. Children is dying by the millions. Salaki, as a matter of fact, General Hyman and General Commander General Yahanna had pulled up the statistics on how many babies have been murdered by abortion. And it's lucky. It's not a little bit. Matter of fact, it's more than a lot. Matter of fact, it's more than too much. That's how much it is. Our babies don't even get a chance to even live. Right? And just think of reincarnation. Like reincarnation is us coming back to the earth. And them babies that's being murdered by abortion, which is they legalize that, that's our chance of coming back to this earth. Your oppressor is trying to keep you from coming back. They are confederate against us. When you're going to wake up and realize that they hate your guts. They don't want you to come back. They don't want you to be rulers. But the Lord said, if you hearken into his voice, he's going to set you above everybody on the face of this earth. You think that they don't know that? They know that. They know that you're going to be rulers. So they have to find every way that they can to try to keep you from being on the top and be your rulers over them, because they know their time is but short. And being reincarnated, coming back to this earth, they know that that's what you're trying to do. They trying to make sure that that don't happen for you. Salaki, if you can, Triple Quam, give me Matthew 6 and 9. Because like your Christian pastor, they don't teach this inside the church. They don't teach what hell is. They don't teach what heaven is. Hell is just a condition. The kingdom of heaven, that's rulership. Where is the kingdom of heaven going to be? It's going to be in the sky with God? Well, hell is going to be in the ground? Well, we're going to bring it out today. We're going to prove to you and break these scriptures down and show you what is reincarnation. When you got that, go ahead and read it.
Like you, sir. Matthew 6 and 9.
Come.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye.
Yeah. This is Christ, right? This is written in red. This is Christ speaking, and he is telling you how to pray, right? Read.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Right. He says, our Father, which art in heaven. The heaven is what? That is where the Most High dwells, in heaven. And the angels. That's where they dwell. So he's telling you to pray. He's telling you pray to the Father, right? Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. He is the only God. He is the creator of all things. The earth, the universe, the animals, people. He is the creator of all things. So it is only him. And there's only one God. That's why he always tell you, like that's one of the commandments, have no other God before me. He is the only God. There is no other gods. We talking about these little gods with the lowercase g. We're not talking about those gods. This is the most high God, the creator of everything, of heaven and earth. Keep reading.
Thy will be done in earth.
Go back.
So like you, sir.
Verse
Thy
10.
kingdom come.
Thy what?
Thy kingdom come.
Thy what?
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come. What is the kingdom? Again, the kingdom is rulership. Thy kingdom will come. Where it's coming from, right? Because what we know is the kingdom is in heaven. So if he's saying that the kingdom is coming, that means that the kingdom is coming from somewhere, right? This rulership is coming somewhere. Let's find out. Keep reading.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. The will of the Most High will be done the same way that the Lord that the Lord have his kingdom, his establishment, the way he have everything set up in heaven, it's going to be the same way on earth. That means that kingdom is coming to earth, not heaven, on earth. That's the condition. That's us getting off of the bottom. That's us being back on top again. That's us praying for the destruction of Babylon, America. This is going to burn in nuclear fire. This is going to end in nuclear war. Babylon is going to fall, to rise no more. So when we pray, we praying for the kingdom to come and this kingdom to end. There isn't going to be no more kingdom of your oppressor. You will never have to worry about this anymore as long as you continue to have the Most High on your side by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, by following Christ, who show us how to get to the Most High, how to really serve the Most High like how we supposed to, Salaki. His kingdom is going to come to earth. Hell is just a condition. Drop that. Young man Juan, you in? You in the class up? All right, drop that and give me Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 4. We're gonna go ahead and get into these scriptures, this reincarnation. You know what I mean? They try to debunk these lies that your Christian pastor teach, that there is no such thing as reincarnation. They tell you that you just die. Once you die, that's just it. You know what I mean? You go to heaven, you go to hell. That's it. But what is the truth? We're going to show you in the Bible. Not my words. This is not my private interpretation. And that's one thing that we don't want to do. We don't want to take away from the Bible, and we don't want to add to it. That's so important that you don't do that. You got that, Trooper? All right, hold on. Let me get there real quick. Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 4. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 4. What generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
Right. It says that one generation pass away, and another generation cometh. Right? But the earth abide forever. Right? So that means something has to pass away in order for another to come. Right? It's just the cycle of life. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. Where all these people is coming from. If we just die and go to heaven or go to hell, where all these people just keep coming from? Like, do anybody realize that you know what I mean? This is the cycle of life. When one generation leave, meaning when that generation is done, there's another generation that's coming up. And when that generation is gone, then it's another generation that's coming up. And you have to think like, hold on, where are all these people coming from? I thought that's just it. Once you go to heaven or once you go to hell, that's it. So where are all these other people coming from? Think about that. Like all these different generations, you got the first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, all these different generations that's coming and generations that's leaving. You don't think that these generation of people or these people is coming back to the earth? Keep reading.
The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose.
Right. So when the sun rises, the sun also goes down. And when it goes down, it does what? It comes right back up. Then it goes back down. Then it comes right back up. Then it goes right back down. That is the cycle. That's the cycle of life. But it's not new. It's just the same sun. It's the same sun. Keep reading.
And hasteth, slack you, sir. The wind goeth towards the south, and turneth about unto the north.
Right. So the wind goes down, and then it goes back up. Then it goes back down. Then it comes back up. Keep reading. Matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Go to number 7.
All the rivers run into the sea.
Right? We know that we have, you know what? I don't even much know exactly how many rivers, but we have a lot of rivers that's in America. And we notice that these rivers that constantly keep running, like it never runs out. But it just constantly keep running, just keep running. Keep reading.
Yet the sea is not full.
Right. So all this water, where all this water is going? Because you'll think like, okay, all this river water going to the sea, but the sea is never full. Keep going. Is it more on that?
Kind of one concert.
Go ahead.
And to the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again.
Right. So, so what that means? That just means that the river is just recycling. The river goes into the sea, and the water from the sea goes back into the river. It's like a cycle. It's the cycle of life. So everything comes right back around. Hold that. Give me the definition of recycle. Here we go, people. Let's go ahead and get the definition of recycle. We're going to show you what recycle means. Because when we give you the definition of recycle, then you'll get the context of what's going on. Because all this is doing is this is the cycle. It's just recycling. Or you can say it like this here. This is reincarnating of, you know what I mean? Like number 4, the reincarnating of generations. When one generation dies, they be reincarnated to another generation. That don't end. It's everything is new? No, there's nothing new. It just keeps cycling. Because why? Because when you die, your spirit goes up to the Most High. We know that. So when your spirit goes to the Most High, what he does, he put it right back down into what? Another body. Then when that body dies, the spirit goes back up. Then he sent it back down. This is what you call reincarnation. You've been recycled. There is no new souls. Those are the same souls that has been here for thousands and thousands of years. When one generation come, the other generation goes. This is the reincarnating. You got that definition?
Kind of one concert.
Go ahead. Hit me with it.
Recycle. Oxford Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Return to a previous stage in a cycle process.
Hold on. Start from the beginning again.
Oxford Dictionary. Recycle. Return.
Return what?
Return.
It said what?
Return.
Return. That's the cycle. Because it's just return. The generation that cometh and the other one that go, it's just return and goes right back to the beginning. When that river flows into the sea, it returns back from the beginning and it starts all the way back over from the river to the sea, to the river to the sea. Y'all get what I'm going at with this? It's a cycle. It's just being recycled. The same way when the Lord take our spirits, when we die, we are recycled. He keep our spirits and he send it back unto another body. That's just what it is. Jump down to verse 9. Baba Bashar. Yeah. Like, and this is something that your Christian pastor don't teach, because then people will realize, well, damn, hold on. And another thing, this is the reason why I say that, right? Because then you will not be able to scare people into your church. Then people will realize that, okay, I'll come back. Maybe if I do good, maybe I could come back. Maybe if I do bad, guess what? You still come back. Because the Lord do what? The Lord judges the soul, the spirit. And then you get sent back. He judged. And then he sent back. Whatever he send you to, that's what you get sent to. But understand this. When you get sent back, you don't get sent back like, for example, like I'm from the tribe of Benjamin, right? If I die and the Lord take my spirit and he send me back, he's not going to send me back to Judah. He's not going to send me back to Levi. He's not going to send me back to Ephraim. He's going to send me back to where? He's going to send me back to Benjamin. He's going to send me back to the tribe of Benjamin. Would I have the same body? No. Would I remember anything that happened? No. He's going to send me back into the same tribe that I came from. Now, could be depending on how well did I do in the earth, right? How well did I follow his word? How well did I obey him? Depending on that is how I come back and in what condition. I could be born right back into this hell, going back through the same crap that I've been through already. Like, that's the worst hell that you want to go through. I don't think nobody want to go through that type of hell. That's hell. Like, everything that you've been through in your life that was so bad and so worse, you have to come back into the same lifestyle. And then when you die and you still don't get it right, guess what? You come right back to the same. Listen, that's the most worst hell in the world, to come back to the same condition. Who want to continue to go through the same thing every lifetime, every reincarnation? Who wants to go through that? I think that's the worst shit in the world, Salaki. I don't think, listen, nobody don't want to go through that, man. I even seen a movie that was something similar like that, right? Like, I forgot exactly how it went, but I just got like an idea. I remember like bits and pieces of it. So the person to get up, right? The person to wake up, hear the alarm ring, they hit the alarm, go out the door, argue with the peoples or whatever, and when they leave out the door, something happened to them. You know what I mean? They end up getting unalived or getting hit by a car or being attacked or something. And then every time it happened, they have to start all the way over. So this person is trying to figure out how to get through life without having to start all the way back over. But every single time they get attacked, they get killed or anything, they have to start all the way back over. You can't tell me that's not the worst shit in the world. Don't nobody want to go through that. But just imagine going through this in this world, in this lifetime. And you have to constantly keep coming back to the same crap with your oppressor unaliving you every time you walk out the door. That's the most worst crap in the world. It's lucky. I gotta watch my language. Excuse my language. You got that, Orion? Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9.
Got one cards, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
That the thing has been, it is that which shall be.
Keep going.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Right. So the thing that was in the past is going to be in the future is man, right? Everything that has passed and that's come in the future is man. That's not going to change. It's the same thing. It's that cycle. Like everything that happened back then, you know what I mean? It's the same thing that's going to happen. Like Salaki. So what happened in the past, what happened in the future, is going to keep making that same cycle. The thing that was in the past is going to be in the future. It's the same thing. Everybody that passed in the past life, it's going to still be in the future. And it's going to continue to be the same exact way. Keep reading, Shalaki. Hold on. Matter of fact, Shalaki, hold that. That's just like our ancestors, right? People don't realize, like, our ancestors is us. That was us in the past life. Who were we? We don't know. We have no remembrance. We don't have the same body. We don't have we're not going through the same thing. Like it's not the same. But what we was in the past life, that's who we are right now. So we already have came back from that time. We are already being reincarnated already. Hell, how do we know who we are? Hey, I could have been Paul. Feel what I'm saying? I could have been Benoni, Benjamin. I could have been anyone inside of the Benjamin tribe. I could have been Saul. You never know. But our ancestors is who we are right now. Who they was before is who we are right now. That just like it's this video that's called Mystery Scoop, right? I don't know if you heard that before. You heard that before, Trooper Quan? It's called Mystery Scoop. Anybody in the comments ever heard of Mystery Scoop? If not, I'm going to tell you what it is, right? And you can type in the comments if you recognize what I'm talking about, right? It's a video that shows people from back then and celebrities that look like them right now. You ever heard of that? Trooper Quam, you there? You woke? Yeah. So it shows you, right? So it's how, okay, they have celebrities that look like these people from the past, and they look exactly like them, like every splitting image of them. But it's not like close generations. It's like second, first, third generations. It's like generations down. Those people are the same people. They are just being reincarnated. They are in different bodies though, but they look so similar to each other. I know, like, even like some of us have like grandparents or great-great-grandparents that passed away, and we have pictures of them, right? And we have a child, and we look at our child and look at our great-great-grandparents like, damn, they look just like my great-great-grandfather or my great-great-grandmother. This little girl or this little boy look just like them. That's them in their past life. They're that same person. There's your grandparents. Those are your ancestors that has come back from that time and being brought right back unto the earth because the Lord had took their soul, their spirit, I keep saying soul, took their spirit up with him. He judged it. He judged the spirit and sent it back down into another body. That's crazy, ain't it? Like, you just imagine, like, who did you look like back in that time, right? If you pulled up some ancestors back in that time, you were like, damn, I look just like this person. This person could have been famous or a king or a princess or someone that created something or the wealthiest man. It could have been anything from that time. But you stem from that bloodline. You are that person. That's why I always think, like, you know what I mean? Our ancestors that went through the slavery, you know what I mean, on the cargo ships, that was us that went through that. Generations down, that was us. Could have been the people that jumped off the ship that never got a chance. But we're still living because the Lord put the spirit back in another body. Salaki. Keep reading.
Salaki, sir.
Keep reading. You on I'm gonna tell you right where you at. Done. Hold on, Salaki. And that which is done is that which shall be done. Keep going.
I gotta find it.
Number 9. Verse 9, Salaki.
That which shall be done.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Say it again.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. That means we was here before. There's nothing new. Everything that happened then is still happening now. We died, being reincarnated, and came back, and it's still happening right now. So that never changed. So listening to your Christian pastor tell you that, you know what I mean, you just go to heaven, that makes you think that, okay, that's it. But you are being reincarnated to come back on the earth. You're being recycled. Your spirit has come back to this earth. And I know you look at some kids like some, I know some people actually say like this, like they have an old soul. You see a baby, the way they act, the way they move, the way they talk, you can see that they have an old soul. Like it almost like they was here before. And I know a lot of people said that before. Like I used to say the same thing, like, damn, this little boy got an old soul. Yeah, like he been here before. Like the way that he do things, it's like you know this stuff already. So he just like catch on to everything just like so smoothly. That's so crazy. And that goes on a lot. Like sometimes I feel like I've been here where I have before, Salakia. Salakia. We all have been here before, but it almost feel like I know what happened, but I have no remembrance. Like I don't know what I did back in that time before I was reincarnated. I don't know what body that I had. These bodies don't belong to us. So the Lord take us and bring us back. And we are another person. coming out the womb. That's like kind of, listen, that's the most craziest thing. Like, and it was also a saying, if I'm not mistaken, like, when somebody die, someone is being born. When someone dies, someone is being born. Have y'all ever heard of that before? I know y'all had to hear about that. When someone dies, someone is being born. I used to hear that a lot. Like, I used to think that's like real heavy. Like, damn. That type of stuff used to have me thinking. Like, real, real deep. Like, damn, I wonder if I die, who is coming to life? Who the Lord is putting back? It could be anybody. It could be what? My great-great-great-great-grandfather before me. And by the time it gets down to me, when their generation's having kids, I could even come at that time. You never know. But it all, obviously, it's in order. So we all come back to the earth. Salaki. Okay, drop that and give me Ecclesiastes 1 and no, matter of fact, Salaki, my fault. Go to 10. Keep reading.
Go to what concept? Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
Right. We don't say, oh, this is a new thing. It ain't like it's like a brand new game or a brand new iPhone or laptop, because this is not that type of new. You know what I mean? We're not sitting up here saying that this is new, because remember, this have been here before. This is old. This have been in the past, right? We are just being recycled back to the earth. Keep reading, Salaki.
It hath been already of old time.
Right. This has already came about, right? That our ancestors have already been here. We have already been here. Let me see what it says again. It says, it have been already of old time, right? Like I was saying, we have already been here before, old time. But we don't know that. We don't remember none of this stuff. But we feel like we've been here before. Keep reading.
Which was before us.
Keep reading.
There is no remembrance of former things.
Read that again.
There is no remembrance of former things.
You don't remember what you did in the past. You could have unalived somebody. You could have been the richest person in the world. You could have been the greatest creator in the world. You could have been the greatest inventor in the world. You could have been the poorest person in the world. You don't remember what happened then. There is no form of remembrance of that time. When you come back, you're back in another body. Everything that you did before, you don't remember that. There is no remembrance of your old time, or when you was in the slavery time, or when you was in the time of Paul, or when you was in the time of Christ, or when you was in the time of Solomon, when you was in the times of Moses, Noah. You never know. You don't know. Salaki, I don't mean to go back to Moses. Matter of fact, Salaki, I don't mean to go back to Noah, but back to Moses, right? Because we come from the 12 tribes of Israel. We could have been any one of those brothers. That was us. Any one of those kids that Jacob had, and they had kids, we have come from any one of those. That was us. But we don't remember that. We know who was here before. Keep reading.
Kind of unconscious. Neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
Right. So even even though we was reincarnated into these bodies, we don't remember what happened then. Neither will we remember anything that's going to happen after. Right? When we die and we go and the Lord take our spirit and we being reincarnated again, we're not going to remember that either. We're not going to think ahead of time. This is not Back to the Future or Future to the Back. That's a lock-in. This is not that. You're not going to remember the past or the future. But the Lord is going to take your spirit and he's going to put it in another body. There's no remembrance of anything. All right, drop that and give me Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 10. I know some of y'all wishing y'all did remember the things that y'all did back in that time. So y'all probably like, you know what? I did this. This is what caused me to come back to this damn hell or being judged back into this hell. I probably would have did it right the first time, right? But did you know even Christ came back 5 times? Yes, Christ came back 5 times. He was reincarnated. People don't believe that. Christ was here before already. For one, I'm going to tell you, the 5 people that he came back as, and this is so mind-blowing. When I first heard this, I'm like, damn, that's deep. That's deep. When I first started in this school, you know what I mean? I had the brothers teaching me about this already. Big us Yaquab, what's going on? You know what I mean? That was one of the brothers that was teaching me about this. Feel what I'm saying? And when he was telling me about this, it was like so mind blowing. It had me intrigued into wanting to learn more about that because I never have heard that before. Like Christ being in the earth 5 times. I actually thought that Christ was born one time and that was it. But Christ was here 5 times. First, he was Adam, right? Because remember, they always say that Christ was the first Adam. Then he was Melchizedek. And hold on, make sure. Melchizedek, right? And then he was Isaac. And then he came back as Solomon. Then he came back as himself, right? So just think. Christ is back in the earth, and we don't even much know it. We don't even know that, you know what I mean? Right. We don't know that Christ is back in the earth. We don't know that. He don't even know that. Could be. Joshua could be back in the earth. Moses could be back in the earth. Just think about that. Like, and we've been reincarnated from that time, and there is nothing new up under the sun. This always going to continue. It's going to continue. Hell, Christ could even be Commander General Yahanna, Salakia. He could even be him. He could be any one of the generals. But he can't be Commander General Yahanna. We don't know that. There's no form of remembrance of anything in the past or in the future. You're not going to remember any of that. Salakia. You got that, Trooper?
Got no account, sir.
All right, hold on. Ooh, Salakia. All right, yeah. Verse 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 10. That which hath been is named already.
Right. What has been named already? What's been named already is man. We was here already. Like since the beginning of time, since the beginning of creation, we was here. We was reincarnated probably even from that time. Probably. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But we could have been. But that is a good question. I need to ask for that breakdown too to see if I can get that. But hey, the water. But yeah, that could be. But we never know. But I will ask that question. But yeah, which was named Salaki. That which have been is named already is man. It's what it's talking about. Keep reading.
Got no account, sir. And it is known that it is man.
Right. It's man. That has been named already. Keep reading.
Neither may he content with him that is mightier than he.
Right. Drop that and give me Jeremiah 1 and 5. Yeah. But the whole point of this is that we have been reincarnated. We was here before already. We was here. And I know even some people even still feel like, damn, I feel like I was here before. Like, even, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I ain't gonna flag. Even though it does say there is no remembrance, but I know some of y'all even had this same feeling before, right? Like you just been in a certain place and you just get this feeling like, damn, I feel like I was here before. Like it feel and seems like so familiar. Like I've been here. Like it's a certain place inside of Tampa, right? And it's near the projects that I used to stay in, right? It's around in the same area, but it's not in the projects. Like I tell you, no lie, even to this day, every time I pass by this certain area, I get this feeling like I was there before, like something happened in that area. But I never hung in that area. I walked by the area. Nothing really happened in that area to me at that time because I was always in the projects. You know what I mean? I'm always with fam or whatever. You know what I mean? I really never left out the projects. But it's just this certain area just make me feel like I've been there before. It feels so familiar. But it's like, damn. It just make you feel weird. But it's yeah, man has been named already. It's man. You got the next scripture?
Go to my con, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Right. Listen. And this is like a bonus. I just had to bring this up, right? Because the Lord knew us before we was even formed. He knew us before the time of creation. Even like before the beginning of creation, he knew us already. He knew us. He have, like, you already know, our spirits go to him. He know each and every last spirit that he has. He knows it. Before you was even formed in the womb, the Lord says, I knew you. I knew you before any of that. Before you was created, and even I will know you after you're created. I will always know you, and I knew you before you was even formed in the womb. That's crazy. That's deep right there. That really makes you think. Hey, I used to always hear this, right? Because this always tripped me out. When I heard this verse, I used to always hear, you know what I mean, sisters always say, or even my mama said the same thing. She's like, yeah, I brought you here and I take you out. No, I'm sorry, Salaki. She's like, yeah, I'm the one that brought you in this world. And every time I hear that, I think about this verse. The Lord says, I knew you. I knew you before your mama even knew that she was pregnant with you. I knew you. I even said that to my mama too, Salaki. She was kind of mad too, but she couldn't like do nothing because like she even thought about it like, damn, that is true. God did know him before I even thought. Like, I know you always hear that too. Like we wasn't even thought of. The Lord knew us before we was even thought of. Before my parents were even thinking about even getting together, the Lord knew us before that time. Keep reading.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctify thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Damn right. The Lord already knew that these brothers in the ISUPK was going to be prophets. Before you was even thought of, the Lord knew you was going to be a prophet. He had chose you. He ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. He knew you. He knew Christ before he was even thought of. He ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Right? Before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. He made you holy before you was even thought of. He chose you before you was even formed in the womb. Because remember, the Lord knows everything. He knew you before you was even born. Remember, he has your spirit. He sent his spirit back to the earth. He knows what goes down to the earth and comes back up. But Christian pastor would tell you, right, that when you die, that's just it. You go to heaven or you go to hell. But do you realize that, matter of fact, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Jeremiah 1, the words of Jeremiah the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anathoth.
Let me find the scripture real quick. So lock it. I got one good one too. Got one good one. Give me 1 second. Hey, drop that real quick and give me Genesis 28 and verse 10. Genesis 28 and verse 10. Yaquab, you already know where I'm going at with this too. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah. What's going on, young man? Rome. If you can jump into class too. We ain't got too long. You got that?
Come on, sir.
Let me see. Let me make sure that I got it. All right. Go to verse 10. Start at verse 10.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran.
Right, because he left his brother and his father, right? And he went on his journey or whatever. Right? Esau did the same thing. Go ahead, keep going.
And he lighted up upon a certain place, and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stone of that place and put them for his pillows.
Right. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let's find out what tarry means. Right. For the people that do not know what tarry means. All right. So this is what I got. This is what I have. It says tarry. Oxford language. Stay longer than intended. Delayed, leaving a place. That's what tarry mean. Tarried. So he delayed there all night. You know what I mean? He left. He left late. I mean, it's lucky. He stayed there longer than, obviously he stayed longer than intended. Right? Go ahead. So like if I said that wrong.
Slack, sir.
Go ahead.
And lay down in that place to sleep.
Right. Keep going. So basically what he did, know what I mean? He stayed there longer than intended. So what happened? He said, basically, he's saying like, you know what? I'm already here, so I'm finna just go ahead and just crash here. Like you know how we do when we tired and we on a journey somewhere and we tired, man. We finna find somewhere to lay, and we done procrastinated for so long. We gonna end up just going to sleep right there. So that's what he's doing. He pulled up a stone of that place and he laid it down as a pillow, right? And he laid down on it. Keep reading. Salaki. I'm jumping ahead.
And he dreamed.
Now go on and lay down in the place to sleep.
And laid down in that place to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he dreamed.
Right.
And behold, a ladder set up on the earth.
Right. He seen this ladder in his dream. Right. This ladder was set up on earth. Keep going.
And the top of it reached to heaven.
Right. This is for your Christian pastors that do not understand about heaven, because they think that when you die, that your body, your spirit, and everything goes to heaven. Right. Let's see what's going on here. Keep reading.
And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it.
So it's saying that we had this dream. He's seen this ladder from earth going to the top of the heavens, going into heaven. And the only thing that he's seen going up and coming down was the angels. So when you die, you don't go to heaven. Your spirit do, but your spirit goes back down. He collects all the spirits and he send it back down. But the only ones that's going up and down, because you already know they're doing the work of the Lord, is the angels. Keep reading.
And behold, the Lord stood above it.
What? Read that again.
And behold, the Lord stood above it.
Right. Keep reading.
And said,
And said what?
I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father.
Right. Keep going.
And the God of Isaac.
Keep going.
And the Lord and the land whereon thou liest. To thee will give it. I will give it, like you say. And to thy seed.
Right. So on top of this ladder, he seen the Lord sitting on top, like just posted up on top of the ladder, like, you know what I mean, on his throne, just watching the angels going up and down, doing the work of the Lord, going up and down, up and down, up and down. So who is going to heaven? Have you ever heard of a preacher or reverend read this the proper way and really break this down? Because it's letting you know only the angels is going up and down freely. There is us not going to know heaven. Because remember, heaven is going to be on earth. The kingdom of heaven, that's rulership. The Lord already have what he have set up in heaven. His rulership is set up in heaven, but it's also going to be set up on earth also. So when we are judged, we have a good judgment and we have a bad judgment. What's going to happen when we're doing what we're supposed to do? We'll be reincarnated back into the kingdom of heaven. We'll be reincarnated into the kingdom of heaven, or we could be reincarnated back to this hell, repeating this over and over and over and over again until we get it right. Because remember, Christ came back 5 times, and I'm pretty sure we came back like 100 times. We didn't get it right yet. Until we get it right, we're going to continue to come back on this earth. What's going on, young man Rome? What's good with you? Everything toward?
Shalakia, sir. Shalom, Lord in Christ.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. All right. We had young man Juan in here. I don't know what happened. All right. So, young man Rome, give me John chapter 9 and verse 1. Baba Shaw. And yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and read these on out. Let me make sure. Go ahead and start reading whenever you get it. John chapter 9 and verse 1.
This is the book of John, chapter 9, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
Right.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
All right. So for those that's not familiar with this story right here, or familiar with what Christ was talking to the disciples about, like they were saying that, you know what I mean, anybody, like I just brought it out like just a few minutes ago, like you have a good judgment and you have a bad judgment, right? When you doing what you're supposed to do, right? If you follow the law, statutes, commandments, being obedient to the Most High, you know what I mean, you're brought back to the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? You're back in rulership. I mean, yeah, basically you're back in rulership. So like that's what our goal is, right? When we raise up our kids, you know what I mean? That the scripture says what is on Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, I'm just paraphrasing. Teach your kids on the way they should go. Teach your children on the way they should go. Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know what I mean? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach our kids while they're young. When we go out, when we come in, when we sit down, when we walking on the way, in the house, everywhere we go out, we teach our kids. And if we start from the beginning, right, everything that is in the world right now, it would be not normal for them to see. Like, I mean, our kids, if they hear about Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthdays, they'll probably ask you, what the hell is a birthday? I never heard of that. I mean, these are things that's not normal to them because the only thing that they know is obeying the Most High. All they know is everything that the Most High want us to do, the high holy days, what we're supposed to eat, what we don't supposed to eat, how we're supposed to dress. They understand our culture. They understand our customs. These things that they will grow up learning. And when they have kids, automatically, they're going to raise their kids up the same way. So when we're reincarnated, we're born in the kingdom of heaven, rulership. because now our generations has learned and it's become a part of them, so much a part of them that that's all that they know. So when we're reincarnated into the next generation, we're back in the kingdom. We're back on top. We are ruling. We have the Most High on our side. I mean, we have his protection, his love, well, we wouldn't need the laws and everything because it'll be a part of us already, right? So that's why it's our goal to raise our kids in this truth. Because we come back to the kingdom, right? Back into rulership. But if we don't obey, you know what I mean? We come back and we're judged. We have a bad judgment. Now the judgment could be, okay, you come back, you've been reincarnated to a child that's born deformed or born from a drug addict or born with AIDS, born with one leg. Something is wrong with them. Or born back into, you know what I mean, this crap right here that we're going through right now. Have to work slaveries, born into the slavery days, born into bondage, born into these things that we are trying to get ourselves up out of. We're born back into this hell that we are trying to get out of. That is one of the judgments. And that's what we are trying to refrain from going to or going back to that hell. So what it's explaining is that's why the disciples had asked, because Christ has been teaching them about this already. So they asked, his disciples said, and his disciples saying, Master, who did sin? Because we know when you sin, the wages for sin is death. Or you come back, when you die, the Lord take your soul, he sent it back, but you could be sent back to hell. These conditions that we're in, like I said, hell is just a condition, right? They said this man or his parents, because we also know when your parents sin, your kids could reap the benefits from that, because they can go through that same thing that you're supposed to be punished for. They can catch it, right? That this man was blind. So they thinking like, okay, he's blind because he has sinned. Or it could be his parents' sin. So they asked Christ, who sinned? Who caused this man to be blind? Was it himself or was it his parents? So go to number 3. You're on mute.
Salakia, sir. Verse 3, Jesus answered, neither have this man sinned, nor his parents.
Right. He said, the man didn't sin. His parents didn't sin neither. So that's like confusing. Like, well, hold on. Because I thought that when you sin and you get judged, and when you get judged, you know what I mean, you have a good judgment, you have a bad judgment. Now, the bad judgment is that, you know what I mean, these things happen to you. This is you going through that judgment. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, come out deformed, you come out with a large head, you come out with 2 heads, Siamese twins, you know what I mean? The heads together, you come out some type of way when you have sin. So Christ said, neither has the man or the parent sinned. So I'm like, hold on. Keep reading.
But that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
Right. Because the Lord wants to show his power. He wants to show his power that this happened to this man. Basically, what it's saying that if the Lord wants this to happen, he's going to make it happen. Even if you did what you're supposed to do, but this still happened to you, it's because the Lord want to show his power in the world, to show you that he is he is the most high over everything, that he caused all this stuff to happen. Like the one scripture says, I kill and I make alive, I healed and I wound, right? The Lord is basically telling you that I have the power over everything. And in order for you to see that, I have to cause this to happen. Whether he did what I told him to do, or whether he didn't, I'm still going to cause this to happen, just to show you my power in this world. I caused this to happen. Drop that and give me Malachi 4 and verse 5. Yeah, but people don't realize that, like, even when that happened, they're thinking, oh yeah, maybe they did something bad. That's not necessarily true. Because the Lord's still going to cause that to happen regardless. He can do whatever he want to do because he is the most high. Hold on, hold that. Let me make sure that it's the right one. Matter of fact, Salaki, drop that and give me Matthew 17 and 10. Yeah, this is gonna be the last. It's gonna be the last scripture. Matthew 17 and verse 10.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and 10.
Right. Hold on before you start. Now, even Christ knew that Elijah was gonna be John. Right? He knew this before it even happened because, like I said, he was teaching his disciples about this already. Christ knew about reincarnation. So he knew that John was Elijah. Let's see. Go ahead, read.
Come on, sir. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come?
Right? They was confused. They're like, hold on. Why did he say Elijah must come first? They asked the question. Keep reading.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, Salaki, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Right?
But I say unto you.
Hold on, stop right there. He said, Elijah truly shall first come, right? Because Elijah was here before. Elijah is John. Elijah was just reincarnated and got a body, and now he is John. Remember, back in that day, that they didn't have the same name, they didn't remember anything, they didn't have the same body, but it was in the same tribe. Christ knew this already. Elijah must come first because he was already here. Keep reading.
That Elias is come already, and they knew him not,
Start
but
from number
have
2
done
again.
unto him. Start from the
Start from
top.
number 12 again.
All right.
Come.
Come on, sir. But I say unto you
Mm-hmm.
that Elias is come already, and
Right?
they
Hold
knew
on.
him not.
Hold on. Read that again. This is for all you Christians out there, right? This is for all you Christians out there. And you know, y'all good at saying that, you know what I mean? Y'all follow Christ. Y'all listen to Christ. This is Christ speaking. This is written in red. Read that from the top.
But I say unto you
Right?
that Elias is come already, and
Elijah
they knew
is
him
come
not.
already. He was already here. How? Hold on. I thought it was John. Listen, Elijah has come already. He has been reincarnated and he is back on the earth. Keep reading.
And they knew him not,
Mm,
but have done unto him whatsoever they listed.
mm.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Right. Right. I know, listen, I know some of y'all heard about this, right? I know y'all heard this before. Y'all like, well, Christ is back on the earth. You never know if, you know what I mean, one of these homeless people that's out here asking for change or asking for help, asking for food, that's Christ. You never know. You never know who that could be that's out here asking, because it's a scripture. Matter of fact, I ain't got enough time to get it. I should grab it, but I have to remember exactly where it's at. But yeah, it's a scripture that shows you that even Christ was saying, I'm just paraphrasing, when I was in prison, you came to see me not, or something like that. When I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you did not give me nothing to drink. Like, and when I hear that, right, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, that's heavy. Because Christ could be any one of these brothers that's actually doing that, and we are not even thinking about it. When we go past these homeless people and they asking for food, they hungry, or, you know what I mean, they locked up, and they need somebody to come see them, come read some scriptures to them, that could be Christ. Anyone could be Christ. They could be any one of these prophets could be reincarnated into any one of these peoples, and we do not know it. That's why it says that. It's lucky. That's why it says that. It says, but I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not. Like, they listen, people don't know who these people are. These people out here asking you for things, and you don't even much know if they are one of the prophets. And they asking for your help, and you not even helping them. You looking past them. Like, I seen so many people, especially like the young people, a lot of the old people too. They'll look at some of these homeless people that be asking them for money or something to eat. You know what I mean? They need some shoes, some clothes, or something. And they look at them like, ugh, don't touch me. You bum. You stink. Yeah, y'all ever heard somebody say that before? Y'all ever seen that before? Man, I just think that is so effed up. Shalakim for my language. I think that's so messed up, the way these people get done by these especially like for the females too. They even bad with it. Not all females, don't take that wrong. Not my sisters. But a lot of females, they are good at that. Because they don't know who these people are, and you treating these people like that. You got some of these people be throwing water on these damn people, especially like even the dudes. Dudes be seeing these homeless people out there sleep, minding their own damn business. They'll come dump dirt on them. They'll come dump water on them. They'll dump coffee, drinks. They'll throw rocks at them. Listen, at that time, listen, I was also homeless too, and I actually seen this before, right? We out there, everybody, it was like at least like 5 of us. We out there sleep next to a building, and out of nowhere, like 15 young niggas, I mean, Salaki, 15 young dudes came out of nowhere trying to fight us, right? It's so many. But my whole point of me saying that is that, you know what I mean, while they trying to come out there and they trying to cause harm to people that they do not know, that can be anybody. We could be anybody, any one of the prophets. We could be one of them. And it's so heavy that they brought it out like that. I mean, that they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Like I just said, like they have people. I seen some homeless people sleep. They woke up screaming because some dudes came around and hit these people with a big giant brick, head bleeding. I'm talking about just running down their damn face, just doing stuff for no reason because they don't know what they're doing, and they doing whatsoever to these people. Whatever they think of, they just doing it just because they just feel like it. Keep reading.
Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist.
Mm.
And when they were and when Shalaki, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. So, well, that's real good. So, like the Christian pastors, they don't teach this, right? Always understand this, that when we do classes, we come and we debunk these lies that your Christian pastor would not teach inside of their church. They're not going to teach reincarnation. I done had plenty of arguments about reincarnation because even with these so-called conscious communities, type of people, these blackity black type of people, these spiritual people, they would tell you that, no, I mean, there is no such thing as reincarnation. When you die, you just die. That's just how they feel. You even have some of these people that actually feel like when you die, you come into you being reincarnated, but into an animal or into a female. Like, do you understand like how absurd that sound? That don't even sound right. The Lord bring your spirit back and put it into an animal. So now you're a spiritual animal. What's your spiritual animal? A lion, a donkey, a snake, a scorpion, a fish. I even heard a person say, yeah, my grandfather had died, and my dog act like he been here before. He act just like my grandfather. I'm like, bro, you know how retarded that shit sound? That just do not sound right. So when you being reincarnated, just know you don't come back in an animal. You do not come back in no animal. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see if I can grab one more. That's what a lot of spiritual people really think. I mean, they start following the customs of the other nations, and they actually think that when your spirit come back, it come back into an animal. It come back into a dragon. It come back into a fish, a bird, a butterfly. Like, you don't come back as an animal, right? The beasts have their own spirit. Like, hold on, let me see. Damn, let me see if I can find it. Shalak, bear with me real quick. Bubbly. If not, then I'll bring it out next week. But let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I think that's the only thing that I didn't bring out. You know what? Yeah. All right, for time's sake, I'm not even gonna worry about it, but hopefully I find it. I'll bring it out next time. So with that, we're the ISUPK. Started off on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commanding General Yahanna. Under the leadership of Commanding General Yahanna. We teach that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible. And with that, I say shalom. The water to everybody that joined the class. Trooper Quam, Young Man Rome, Young Man Juan. And make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like and you share. Baba Washar. Shalom.
Shalom, brother Christ, sir.